Start with dynamic shots of various ecosystems: a desert, a rainforest, an Arctic landscape, a coral reef. Have you ever wondered how a camel can thrive in the scorching desert, while a polar bear is perfectly at home on the ice? Or how a tiny clownfish can live its whole life among the tentacles of a sea anemone? The answer to all these questions lies in one word: habitat. A habitat is more than just a home, it's an entire neighborhood for a plant or animal. It's the specific environment where an organism finds everything it needs to survive: food, water, shelter, and a place to raise its young. Today, we're embarking on a journey across our incredible planet to explore the amazing diversity of habitats, from the driest deserts to the deepest oceans. So, get ready, because we're about to see how life has adapted in the most extraordinary ways. Let's start our journey on land, in what are called terrestrial habitats. First stop, the lush, vibrant world of forests. Forests cover about a third of our planet's land and are defined by their dense tree cover. But not all forests are the same. Think of tropical rainforests, like the Amazon. They're located near the equator, so they're hot and humid all year round. This constant warmth and heavy rainfall create an explosion of life, making them the most biodiverse habitats on Earth. Millions of species, from jaguars and toucans to countless insects and unique plants, call the rainforest home. The dense canopy creates different layers, each a unique mini-habitat of its own. Now, let's travel to a cooler climate and explore temperate forests. These are the forests you might find in North America, Europe, and parts of Asia. They experience all four seasons. In the spring, wildflowers bloom. In the summer, the canopy is a lush green. In the fall, the leaves turn into a spectacular display of red, orange, and yellow before dropping in winter. Animals here, like deer, bears, and squirrels, have to adapt to these changing seasons, often hibernating or migrating to survive the cold. Finally, we have the boreal forests, or taiga. Found in the far north, these are the largest land habitats on Earth, dominated by tough, cone-bearing evergreen trees like pines and spruces. The winters are long and severe, and the summers are short. Animals like moose, lynx, and wolves are built for this environment, with thick fur and specialized behaviors to handle the extreme cold. From the dense cover of forests, we move to the wide-open spaces of grasslands. Grasslands are vast areas where grasses are the dominant form of vegetation, with very few trees or shrubs. First, we have the savannas, found in Africa, Australia, and South America. These are warm, grassy plains with scattered trees. Savannas are famous for their iconic wildlife. Think of the African savanna, home to elephants, giraffes, zebras, and lions. These large herbivores thrive on the abundant grasses, while predators keep the populations in check. The distinct wet and dry seasons dictate the rhythm of life here, including one of the most spectacular events in nature, the Great Wildebeest Migration. Then there are temperate grasslands, also known as prairies in North America, pampas in South America, and steppes in Asia. These areas have colder winters and hotter summers than savannas. They were once home to massive herds of grazing animals like bison. The deep, fertile soil of these grasslands makes them some of the most important agricultural areas in the world today. Now, let's turn up the heat and venture into the driest habitats on Earth, deserts. Deserts are defined by their lack of rainfall, receiving less than 10 inches or 25 centimeters of rain per year. But don't let the lack of water fool you. Deserts are full of life that has mastered the art of survival. Plants like cacti have thick, waxy skins to prevent water loss and store water in their stems. Their spines are actually modified leaves that also help protect them from thirsty animals. Desert animals are often nocturnal, meaning they are active at night when it's cooler. Creatures like the fennec fox with its large ears or the camel with its ability to store fat and conserve water are perfect examples of desert adaptation. From the extremes of heat, let's journey to the extremes of cold, the tundra. The tundra is a vast, treeless plain found in the Arctic regions and on top of high mountains. Its defining feature is permafrost, a layer of permanently frozen soil just beneath the surface. This frozen ground prevents large trees from taking root, so the vegetation consists of low-lying shrubs, grasses, mosses, and lichens. The growing season is very short, but during the brief Arctic summer, the tundra comes alive with wildflowers. Animals like caribou, Arctic foxes, and polar bears have thick coats of fur and layers of fat to insulate them from the freezing temperatures. Many birds also migrate to the tundra in the summer to breed. We've explored the land, but over 70% of our planet is covered by water. Let's dive into the incredible world of aquatic habitats. First up, freshwater habitats. These include rivers, streams, lakes, and ponds. Rivers and streams are flowing bodies of water. The speed of the current shapes the habitat. Fast-flowing streams are high in oxygen and home to fish like trout that are strong swimmers. Slower, wider rivers create different environments for animals like catfish, turtles, and beavers, who build their famous dams, creating new pond habitats. Lakes and ponds are still bodies of fresh water. The life here is divided into zones. Near the shore, you'll find plants, frogs, and dragonflies. In the open water, fish like bass and perch swim freely. And at the bottom, decomposers like bacteria and worms break down organic matter. Now for the largest habitat on Earth, the marine habitat, our oceans. The ocean is so vast that it's divided into several zones. The intertidal zone is where the ocean meets the land. Organisms here, like barnacles and sea stars, have to be tough enough to withstand pounding waves and being exposed to both air and water as the tides change. Further out is the open ocean, or pelagic zone. The sunlit upper layer, called the photic zone, is where photosynthesis can occur. This is where you'll find phytoplankton, the base of the entire marine food web, as well as sharks, whales, dolphins, and tuna. As we go deeper, sunlight fades and the pressure increases. This is the twilight zone, and below that the midnight zone, where it's pitch black. The creatures here are truly otherworldly. Anglerfish use bioluminescent lures to attract prey, and giant squid navigate the darkness. These deep-sea organisms have adapted to extreme pressure and a complete lack of sunlight in ways that we are still just beginning to understand. Finally, let's visit one of the most beautiful and fragile marine habitats, coral reefs. Often called the rainforests of the sea, coral reefs are teeming with life. They are built by tiny animals called coral polyps. These reefs provide shelter and food for about 25% of all marine species, including countless colorful fish, sea turtles, and sharks, making them hotspots of biodiversity. From the highest mountains to the deepest seas, every habitat is a complex and interconnected world. Each plant and animal plays a crucial role in its environment, creating a delicate balance. Understanding these habitats is the first step in appreciating just how precious and diverse our planet is, and why it's so important that we work to protect them for future generations. Thanks for joining us on this journey across the globe. If you enjoyed learning about the world's incredible habitats, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel for more science adventures, and let us know in the comments which habitat you'd love to visit. See you next time.